Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sonia Jade, and as you can see from the title, I'm back with another and also the last review for, at least for this season, of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. This is the final of all finals for the season. This is the reunion. Last week was the finale. This week was the reunion. There's only one part. So we're going to get into everything that was talked about tonight. Ooh, excuse me. And I apologize in advance. I'm not able to talk as loud and be as upbeat as I normally am. I can't really hear that well in this ear. I'm getting over a cold. So I still have like a little bit of sinuses and stuff in my nose. Yeah, sinuses are bad and I have mucus and stuff in my nose. So don't mind that. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, okay? And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and comment down below at any time during this video. Subscribe at any time during this video, and we're gonna get right into it, okay? All right, so also one more thing, don't mind that I have my blanket and my pillow right here. I am so tired, okay? First off, Happy New Year's. I haven't even said that yet. Happy New Year's, okay? It is officially New Year's. It is New Year's Day. I plan on posting this also on New Year's Day, so Happy New Year's. And, yeah. So, yeah, it's like almost 3 in the morning, and I'm dummy tired, but I was like, I'm still beat. Let me do this video before I go to sleep. So I'm doing it for you guys. Yeah, so the video starts out with them all sitting on the couch, and this episode, I'm sorry, and they're talking about, you know, they're kind of going over everyone's season and their experiences. Ashley looks back at what she went through and started to cry and get upset. And, you know, they kind of like asked her why she was crying. They talked about it, and she mentioned what she was feeling. And then they go on to her part and talk to Ashley. So Ashley says that her and Bar are doing better. She says they're both currently in counseling separately and also in counseling for each other, like couples counseling. Bar strongly says they're still engaged. You know, if it floats their boat. I mean, in all honesty, you could tell that they're in love. They truly do love each other. Regardless if you believe it'll last or not, right now, how they feel about each other is real. And I can see it. I can see it. At least I can see it. So I'm not surprised that they're back together. I'm not surprised that they're, or at least getting back together. Because, you know, they're still separate, but they're together, separately together, whatever Ashley said. So I'm not surprised at all. But, you know, that's what Bar said. And, you know, Mama T comes out and she gives her opinion, and she basically says, you know, she feels like Bar has lost her trust. You know, he betrayed her trust. He broke her heart. You know, and that's very understandable. I mean, I trusted you with my daughter. I told you to love and respect her, you know. And you can't control people do. But when you know someone, you think you know someone, you expect them to love and respect you the way you would want them to. And it's like, I trusted you with my daughter and my grandchild, and you put them in harm's way for what? You know, you broke my heart. And not only that, you lost my trust. I trusted you, and now I don't. I get it. You know. And so, you know, Mama T says she doesn't agree with Ashley's decision, but, you know, she does support her, even though she doesn't believe that that's what Ashley should do. She also said she feels like their relationship is more like a 21-year-old fairy tale rather than a, you know, real love that's going to be meant to be forever. I can see why she thinks that. And even she said herself, you know, maybe it's because I'm old school, but that's just what I believe, you know. And I get why she thinks that. And I mean, I can see why she thinks that. And sometimes I kind of think that too. Like, you know, I know they do love each other and I see that. But at the same time, it's like, maybe it is that, you know. You never know. And I don't know the relationship well enough to say whether it is or not. But I do wish the best for them. I hope that next season things are better, and that if they are back together, that Bar doesn't do that shit again. Cause Pastor T is still not fucking with him. She's still kind of standoffish about him, and I understand, that makes sense, you know. But I do believe she'll get over it one day, just not today. And hopefully next season, if they are back together, that things get better. He don't do that shit ever again. And yeah, we're gonna move on to the next girl. Alright, so I'm gonna try not to make this video too long because my last few videos have been pretty long. I don't need to talk that long anyway. So we're gonna get to Brianna. It starts off, and subscribe if you haven't. Just had to throw that in there. Hella fucking corny. But for real, subscribe if you fuck with me. If you fuck with me. Yeah, so they asked Brianna if she's in a relationship, how she's doing, if she's still single, or if she's still with Robert. You know, she's mentioned she's still single. She's not back with Robert. They mentioned they also wanted to, like, I guess do a Skype in with Robert, but he blocked their call. Understandable. I mean, I wouldn't really want to be a part of the show either, especially if I'm just a regular guy and I want to stay a regular guy. No point in me even being a part of the show anymore if I'm not with the girl I wanted to be with. So that's understandable. I need some water in my throat. Excuse me. They also asked Brianna if she felt like Brayson had the right to know who her father was, and she said she does believe that he does have the right, but she doesn't want to have to be the one to go out her way to search for him and get him to be a part when he should want to be a part of his own. She feels like she would rather him be in his life, and I guess it only makes sense, maybe, for him to be in his life if he actually is willing, if he goes out his way to find his son, if he actually wants to be there, he makes the initiative, not her. And I mean, I do understand where she's coming from, so I mean, I get it. You know, the only thing that sucks about that is, like, if he never does, and it's just like, that sucks for Brayson, but at the same time, it's like, you know, what can you do? Some people just happen to have shitty ass baby daddies, and some people happen to have shitty ass baby mamas, and it is what it is, you know? What can you do, I guess? You gotta, I guess, just be careful where you're not. But, she pretty much is trying to do better and move on with her life and focus on herself and Brayson, and that's beautiful. And we're gonna move on. The struggle with these allergies, the sicknesses I've been getting, these colds. Oh my God. Anyways, Lexi says she feels like how she felt, well, she felt in that situation between her boyfriend and her mom. She felt like how she did when she was a child when her parents were divorcing. She was always in the middle. And she finally opened up and honestly gave her honest opinion as to why she felt like I guess Tyler's always riding her case for being on her mama's titty. I know that was really grody, but I spit a lot when I'm sick. My bad. I'll pick that up when I'm done. Alright, so she basically was like, you know, she feels like because Tyler never had a real relationship with his parents, and especially his mom, he doesn't really understand her relationship with her mom, which I said in the previous video. I agree with that statement. And Tyler finally, like, opens up and starts talking and has a dialogue with us about his side of the story and why he thinks the way he thinks. And, you know, that was nice. You know, you could also tell, like I said in the last video, that in the last few relationships, you could tell their relationship started to, in the last review, in the last few episodes, did I say relationships? In the last few episodes, you could tell their relationship is starting to flourish more. And even like tonight at the reunion, you see them actually showing a little bit of PDA. Tyler's actually holding her, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So, you know, you can tell they're starting to get a little bit more comfortable with each other, which is a good thing, but, you know, you just would expect more of that way before you have a baby, not after. But whatever. Sorry, this hair's bothering me. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I want to put it behind me or what. Everything's irritating me with these sinuses. But yeah, and they asked him a hard question, and I think he answered it as truthfully as he could without sounding disrespectful or without trying to hurt Lexi's feelings. I feel like the only thing that kind of made it feel a little bit like a blow was the fact that he kind of took a while to answer. You know, instead of immediately saying right now or yes, right now, but it was kind of like right now. Like, and I understand why he hesitated, because he didn't want to lie and say yeah, because I mean, he doesn't know, and that's true. He gave an honest answer. He doesn't know. He's still young, and you know, and all she really could do is agree, because I mean, she would look dumb if she did it. Also, I mean, it's true. What he said was true. But like, yeah, I mean, if he would have hesitated, it probably would have looked a little bit better. But I mean, what he said was true. You know, they are young. He doesn't know. So we're gonna move on to Kayla. That one was a little bit of drama tonight, because the rest of the girls was kind of quick to the point. But Kayla's had a little drama. I told you guys Stefan's a joke. Like, even my husband was laughing at him. Like, when they showed the preview, I mean, the scenes of him, like, just talking all that shit, talking about he wanted to fight Luke and all this stuff because he was around Isaiah or whatever the case may be. But as soon as he seen him in person at the party, he was just standing there looking like a creep. Like I said, just standing there looking like a lunatic. Just standing there. Like, you ain't about nothing. All you do is just talk. And you want to find out people that could, you know, you could beat, like girls, Kayla, her mom. But men that actually are with the shits, you're scared. So, I'm not surprised. I knew that was going to happen. But yeah, so they start off, that whole scene was rocky, because I was not expecting Stefan's mom to be there. I knew her mom was going to be there. I knew Stefan was going to be there. I was not expecting his mom to be there. So that was a surprise. Kayla said that he hadn't seen Isaiah for over a month. I was a little surprised, but then I wasn't, because I mean, that was kind of the storyline of the show. Just let you guys know, I have my TV on a little light. It's like I cannot talk. I'm sorry. I'm sick, and it's like 3 in the morning, so excuse me, but I have my TV on in the background, low, not lightly, low. So if you guys hear a little bit of noise in the background, it's that. I just didn't want to turn it off. I don't know why. But yeah, so grody. But yeah, sorry guys. I just figured I might as well do this video. I mean, I've already put together, I watched the show, I wrote the notes. I figured I might as well do it. I was gonna do it in the morning, but I was like, I'm up now, do it now before you go to bed. So sorry I have to stop a few times with my mucus going on, but as long as you can still hear me and the message is getting through to you, we're good, okay? A little stuffed, but we're good, we're good. So yeah, she says he hasn't seen them in over a month. He's still not paying child support. He's still not doing anything. Kayla actually says she also is still with Luke, and she actually is living with Luke. So that, I guess that means she's living with Luke, so obviously Isaiah is too. What do we think about that? I don't really know what to say, because I don't really want to sound like a hater, because I don't really have nothing to hate about. Like, I mean, only thing I will say is it does seem a little too soon, but then again, it's like we don't know the exact timelines of everything, you know. It seems like it's only been a few months, and maybe it has only been a few months, or maybe it seems like it's only been a few months, but maybe it's really been like 7 months. And even though to me 7 months is a long time, especially for me to move in with somebody with my child, but you know, everyone's situation is different, and everyone moves differently, and everyone's emotions make them feel different things and make them want to do things that others may not. So, you know, I personally wouldn't do it if I were her, but I'm not really mad that she's done it because at least she is happy, she feels comfortable, she feels safe, and he's actually doing his part. You know, it'd be different if he wasn't doing anything, but he is. I mean, I do feel like it is a little too soon, but at the same time, it's like everyone moves at the pace they move, and who am I to judge? So as long as she's happy and Isaiah's safe and he loves and cares about Isaiah and there's no harm towards Isaiah or her, we're all good on that part. So then Stefan and his mom comes out and she also said Isaiah loves him too, and she said she wouldn't be with him with Luke if Isaiah didn't love him and have a relationship with him. So that's good that they have a relationship with each other. Just as long as they don't move things any faster. I mean, they already moved things kind of fast, so I'm kind of scared next season will be another baby. Shit. You know what? If it happens, just know I called it. But anyways, his mom, Stefan and his mom comes out. Honestly, they didn't need to bring her out because she was just ignorant and she was irritating the hell out of me. Like, I couldn't even do it. Like, the first time she said some ignorant shit, I was like, okay, I'm going to let that shit slide because you know what? Even though it's like, to me, it's coming off like you're kind of trying to pacify and excuse your son's actions, knowing damn well half all the at least half the shit that he's done was his own problems, his own issues, and it was wrong as fuck. But ooh, bless me, shit. But as a mom and also playing devil's advocate, you know, I'm not saying that him hitting her was Kayla's fault. Kayla had nothing to do with that. That was all Stefan. But I'm saying as far as like other things that happened in their relationship that we do and do not know about, arguments and whatever that may have transpired, other than the domestic violence situation. I mean, I'm sure Kayla isn't a saint. I'm sure that she has had a little bit of a role in it. You know, I'm not saying that it excuses Stefan's behavior. Hell no. But I'm sure she's had somewhat of a role in some of the things that's happened in the past. So I will say, as a mom and also as playing devil's advocate, I understand her trying to defend her son to some extent and trying to say it wasn't all Stefan's fault. But at the same time, it's like, if you watch the show and as someone who is about to go on the reunion to be questioned about the show and have been sparked for you to watch the show, you can clearly see, regardless if it's true or not, based on the editing, they played your son out to be the bad guy. It looks like he's the bad guy. I believe he's the bad guy. And if he's not the bad guy, they did a great job with editing because he's the bad guy in my eyes. Don't hate the guy. I wish the best for him, and I actually did pray for him. But right now, he is a bad guy. He needs to get it together. And I'm not saying he's a bad person, but the things he does to Kayla is not cool. It's bad. It is bad to hit people. It is bad to cheat on someone that you love, especially when they're carrying your child. It's bad to cuss them out and tell them that they're stupid and that they're nothing. And it's bad. Yes, it's bad. So, I mean, like, she was just getting on my nerves. Like, I understand her trying to defend her son. And I understand her whatever. But at the same time, she was going too far. And then she was trying to say that Isaiah was raised by two dumb parents. I don't know if she was talking about Kayla and Stefan or if she was talking about Kayla and her mom. Because it didn't get to be clarified because Kayla immediately got annoyed that she even called her dumb. And I'm really glad Kayla stood up for herself because it's about damn time. That girl has been putting up with verbal abuse from Stefan the whole damn show. And then her mom, I'm sure she's met his mom, but she hasn't seen her in a long time, has a nerve to come out and try to give her 2 cents. Like, you ain't even a part of this. Like, no, bye. Like, go back to where you're at and take your son with you. Like, no, I'm glad she stood up for herself and she was letting her know, like, no, I need some respect. Like, I've been taking care of my son and you guys are not going to sit here and try to make me feel like I'm doing something wrong because you don't want to do your part. So I understand why Kayla had to initiate her respect and it's about time, okay? I wish she would have did all that to Stefan, but I mean, hey, as long as it's to somebody, it's Stefan's camp. Shit. And then Stefan gets up, and it kind of looks like he wanted to stop the situation and calm them down. But then it's like, she kind of started getting mad at him too, because I mean, you know, the heat of the argument, she's been like, well, shit, it's your fault, you know, and it's true, it is his fault, and he needs to take accountability, and not only that, but he needs to actually show it with actions. Like, you know, it's great you're going to therapy, great, but what else are you doing? Like, so I wish nothing but the best for Kayla. You know, I hope her and Luke do last, and I hope things work out, but because, you know, it seemed like it moved too quickly, statistically, it probably won't. Even if it works out for 2-3 years, that's great. Don't know if that doesn't mean forever. So hopefully it does work out, but we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens next season. Hopefully Stefan finally gets it together. And hopefully his mom keeps her mouth shut, because she doesn't really have much to say. You're not making him do it. You can't make him do it. You're not trying to make him do it, because obviously you're defending him. You ain't been sending no money or nothing for Isaiah. So you both need to be quiet. Especially you, because you're not father. You're not Isaiah's father. Kayla didn't fuck you, so she don't have to answer to you, period. Period. We're moving on. Alright, so last but not least, we have Jade left. Jade and Sean, basically Jade and Sean are back together. You know, Jade says Sean is doing better. He's continuing his treatment. He treats her better. Everything's better, 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 better. And they're back together, better, better, together, better, and better, better. Back together. So great. Good for them, you know. He's doing better in his treatment, and that's really good. That's the most important thing, regardless of their relationship. Him doing better as an individual and being healthy and within his body and within his mind. So I'm happy that he's continuing treatment. He's almost finished with it. He's doing good. He's doing great. That's good. He says he is 200 plus days sober. So that is close to a year. So that's good. And, you know, he even looks a little bit cleaner. He even had his hair pulled back a little bit, you know? So that's good that he is doing better. And I'm happy that he's trying. And they're back together. And hopefully things work out and they last. And if they don't, then they don't. But we'll see what happens. And, you know, like I said, based on their history and based on what they've given us, they're not going to make it. And I'm not saying that to be negative. That's just reality. And also, for what they show, that's what they give. Dysfunctional. This ain't going to last forever because it's too damn dysfunctional. But I will say this. Within any relationship, and I mean any relationship, except for if you're in a situation where you're being like physically or sexually abused, it's like, or mentally or verbally. Like, when you're just being abused to a point where it's like somebody's literally like taking advantage of you and they don't give a fuck about you at all. It's like, you don't need to be with somebody like that. You don't need to be in a relationship like that. But I'm talking about, like, you know, regular relationships or relationships where, you know, you have your ups and downs, or, you know, maybe somebody back, the person you're with, when you first met them, when you first got with them, it's like, you know, things were great, and then all of a sudden they started changing into a different person. And it made things rocky, but then, you know, they started getting help and counseling, and then now they're back to who they were when you met them. You know, stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. And with that being said, you know, people can change no matter what. And even people who are abusers, even abusers can change. Not saying that you should get back with them, but, you know, people, anybody, people as a whole, we can change. You know, you could used to be this and now you're that. We all could change, we all evolve, we all grow, we all, you know, turn into different people with different morals, different values, different thought processes, everything. We all change. And with that being said, you know, I don't think from what it's been and from what they've given, nah, they ain't gonna make it. But if Sean continues to change and do what he's supposed to do, and Jade starts to loosen up, because that girl is so stressed and up and tight and upwound. Oh my God, she's always stressed and just up. Just always. And I get it. She said she was depressed, and that also made her, like, you know, rude and mean and have anxiety and and have no patience and all the things she said on the reunion. And that's understandable, because depression does hit people in different ways, so I get that. but she just seems like she's always stressed. She's always like worried. She's always uptight. She's always yelling. Like, and you know, so if Sean gets himself together and does better, maybe and hopefully that'll help her to loosen up, and hopefully she can be the actual fun personality Jade that she probably is, rather than this uptight, I'm always upset and stressed Jade, you know? And if they can both change for the better and change for themselves first, then eventually things can work out, and maybe the change will help each other and help their relationship to actually be a successful and a functional, healthy relationship. So, you know, I do wish nothing but the best for Sean, and if it's meant for them to be, that's great. They just gotta both change, because if they don't, it won't last. And yeah, and her mom was on the show too, and she talked for a little bit and kind of cried a little bit about her, you know, hating to see her daughter in pain, which is understandable. But hopefully things get better, and things always do get better, but sometimes they gotta get worse before they get better. And then the show kind of really just had a, like, ended out with like their little reflection scene where they all sit together at the end with the kids and the baby's daddies, and they talk about what they learned over the season and what, you know, how is it being a mom and all the shits. And I guess they mentioned that Stefan and Kayla had like a moment backstage. I guess they're like cool now or whatever, because I guess Stefan, you know, realized that his wrongs, and he decided to, you know, I guess do better. I guess, I don't know. So that's what they said, something like that. And bruh, and I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing. I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm not trying to be whatever the hell word I'm trying to think of. That's not what I'm trying to be. You know, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Everyone has flaws. I have plenty of flaws. But I'm just pointing this out because this is an example of how you can tell that Stefan has issues going on. And I don't know if it's that he's not all the way there, or it's just like he's just living such a hard life that he don't even realize how off he be looking on camera. Did you guys tell me you peeped this? Because it was only showed for like 3 seconds, but I peeped that shit as soon as I seen it. At the very end of the episode, where they were talking about, they had the reflection scene, and they were talking about, you know, like what they learned or whatever for the season. And they asked Kayla, they were talking to Kayla and Stefan, like, oh, you had your moment backstage, what was that about? And then Isaiah, why do I keep saying Isaiah? And Stefan, you know, started talking about what that moment was or whatever. And he was like, I'm so happy to see my son. They asked him how he felt about seeing his son. He said, I feel like I'm going to cry because I haven't seen him in so long, whatever. I don't know if he smiled or what. He did something to where he showed his teeth. He had like cracks. Like, I see like one tooth, the tooth in the front was chipped. And then it looked like at least like the first 3 teeth, but I want to say 4, had like some type of like cracks in them or something. I don't know. It just looked like, what happened to your teeth, yo? Like, it was like a chipped tooth in the front, and then like little cracks or something in the teeth at the top, at the top of the front. Like, that's just alone as a reflection of like, either you're living a hard ass life and maybe you just spend your money on the wrong things, okay, and that's why you ain't been spending money on your kid, or I don't know. But anybody that has cracks in their teeth or chipped teeth like that is either they have been living some hardcore living, okay, like drugs, alcohol type shit, on the streets type shit, okay? I don't know if he's on the streets, I don't even know, and if he is, hey, but yeah, I peeped that and I was like, yeah, this is a further example of Stefan not having anything together. But hey, everyone learns, lives and learns, and I pray that he does get it together one day, because he's a young man, and I do believe he will get it together one day, and I hope he does. But I don't think it'll happen today, let's just be honest. So, yeah, that was pretty much the reunion. They didn't really give too much drama this reunion. Thought it was going to be a little bit more drama, but hey, at least they gave, I guess, the ending so we know what's going on with everybody. So yeah, hopefully next season will be out soon, and I will be reviewing the next season. I plan on doing that, so stay tuned for next season of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. If you guys want me to do reviews on any other types of shows, or you want me to do reactions to any music videos, or any reviews, reactions, any type of videos, if you want me to do a question and answer video, like if you guys have any what's the word I'm looking for, suggestions for me to do, or any type of suggestions that you want, videos you want me to do for my channel, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys very soon. Happy New Year. Subscribe, like this video if you like it. Bye.